Hello and welcome. Welcome, beautiful, to our 11th episode in the Phoenix Priestess podcast. Today's episode is a gift I want to offer you. So, number 11 is a deeply spiritual number. Those who have an 11 as a master number in numerology tend to be ones who are here to speak a sacred message. They're here to inspire others by their way of being. They're here to uplift others. And there's also a sense of intuitive guidance of knowing what is the right next step. A true confession: in the last couple of weeks, and actually last couple of months, I've been dabbling in the realm of doubt of what am I doing? Who am I serving? How do I need to serve? Am I even serving others? Shadows in how I serve or I don't serve. And even this morning, I was actually having a really just dark and deep moment. And in my morning prayers, I just had a intuitive knowing, an own alchemical meditation that I did for myself. And it just came at the perfect moment when I was needing it. And the idea for today's meditation actually came intuitively when I was driving into the city with my middle daughter. And I tend to get messages, well, in different scenarios, but driving, the shower, when I'm cooking, when I'm inspired, when I'm in movement energy, I tend to hear things, and it's an easy way for me to receive messages from the beyond or from from somewhere that I'm needing to hear. So this gift to you is an alchemical meditation that I want to offer you. If you like these types of meditations, let me know so I can keep gifting them to you. I love to do them when they come through. And this specific one is as a gift to close out the last year, the last astrological year. So from last March to this March. So from the end of 2024, when we were closing out from Pisces, to then Aries, we're now literally a year from that. And I want to give to you something that will help you look inward month by month. It's almost like month by month, but also in the realm of the teachings of each zodiac sign that is also in relation to our own spiritual life, our own real day-to-day life, and our own ancestral lineage, or our own ancestral wisdom that is here inside of us and is uniquely ours. And so as we close out Pisces season, and we almost are at the verge of the end of a cycle and the beginning of an inner spring season. I'm not saying that everyone is going to be feeling an inner spring season, but since many of my messages are around cycles and seasons and endings and beginnings and rebirths and transformations, obviously my message is going to be similar, and my meditations are going to be geared towards allowing our bodies to settle into the sacred resonance that it actually already ancestrally knows, through the sacred mystic teachings, the sacred mystery teachings. And so may you receive what you need. And if anything moves you or anything that you want to share, I'd love to hear it. Have a beautiful, blessed journey. So wherever you are, just take a couple of deep breaths. Let your jaw release. Let yourself just give a big exhale. As you exhale, feel your lower back and your pelvis just settle wherever it is. It doesn't matter if you're walking, if you're cooking, if you're lying down. It really doesn't matter, because our bodies really are such wise vessels, and they can tune in at any moment. So we can stop thinking that meditating or that tuning in or doing these journeying practices have to be done a specific way. The more we do them, whatever feels right in our bodies, actually, the more our bodies actually begin to just do them naturally whenever they feel inspired to do so. So just taking a couple of just internal and very personal sighs. As you inhale, just let the inhale breath be as short or as long as it desires. And the exhale breaths, notice your body, just allowing them to be a little bit bigger or deeper, inward, deeper, downward. Inviting a settling and a knowing of release and of letting go, but most importantly, of embracing all of the wisdom that you have received, that we have received in this last year. And that is what this meditation, this alchemical transmission, is for. Letting the winds of breath, letting the winds of change, let your whole energetic being now feel the connection with your feet, your roots, your karma, your ancestral lineage, the home in which you are right now, or the land in which you are on, the people that are around you. Just feel the earth and those around you. As we inhale, we bring in the light. We bring in the sun's rays through the crown of our head. We allow ourselves to be opened anew today. For the wisdom to wind through our bodies like soft waves. As if we're giving ourselves a deep embrace, a deep hug for all of the parts of us within ourselves that wants to judge what we did not do right, what we did not do, what we did not accomplish in this last year. As you hear, feel those thoughts, those stories, those intentions, those wishes, just feel yourself as an octopus, just grabbing around those words, those images, and just hug them in with delight. Know that those were dreams, and that doesn't mean that those dreams are now in a dark despair, desperate road. Just embrace them and let them fall into you. Let yourself be held also by the earth. Let yourself know with each inhale breath that you can trust that life is supporting you, that life does know the timing, the divine timing of things. And that just because things have not happened a certain way as you had imagined, it doesn't mean that a road will not clear, or a road will open, or you will find yourself on a road closer, or a road that takes you to that desire that you had. Taking a deep breath. And now, as we release with this coming up, full moon in Virgo, lunar eclipse, as we brave deeply enough, we go into ourselves with bravery to name all of the judgments that we've had on others in this last year. Others closest to us or farthest away from us. As we exhale, we offer in a humble hug, a humble hug. It's almost as if we're like kneeling down, going into almost like a child's posture, just the head down. And we're just recognizing our humanity. We're recognizing the parts within ourselves that still judge others. With kindness, mercy, and grace. We gift ourselves another opportunity today to practice letting go of our judgments towards others, as all those that we judge are the reflection of the parts within ourselves that we are still judging. Taking one more deep breath. Letting the end of that exhale breath as if a vacuum then suctions up all that is still within us that we want to hold on to because ... that person ... they ... etc. We allow it to leave our bodies. We allow that decay and that disease of disconnection from ourselves and from others to leave our body. We know that we can do this practice over and over again, as that is the human game. With self-compassion, self-forgiveness, self-love, deeper embrace towards our worthiness so we can actually do the same with others. And taking a deep inhale breath and an exhale breath. Deep inhale breath and an exhale breath. Last inhale and exhale. I invite you to visualize yourself within an element. So, for example, if you're a lover of the fall season, you just love to see the fall leaves fall, and you love that crisp air on your skin that gives you the chills. and gives you permission to transition into another stage. Or the warm sand underneath you as you sit on the earth. And you feel each sand particle or many sand particles just holding you with warmth. Or you love to see a river or a body of water and see how it just magically moves in divine perfection. Water always knows how to move. It is the most miraculous. All of the elements are amazing. But looking at water, it's obviously just like an endless sea of possibilities. Or sitting by a fire and feeling the inner heat, your inner heat rise. Your eyes awaken with sharpness and distinction. So notice which one calls to you. Notice if a specific scene calls to you. Call forth that element in this new season, this new Aries season, to support you, not only during this season, but possibly ask yourself if you need that element more than anything during this season or for however long you need in this coming new year. Notice what qualities of that element you're wanting to embody more of. Notice how your body matches right now those qualities, and it knows how to match it organically, naturally, without you having to do anything. Ask yourself what things that are also symbolisms of that element would you like to have more of in this season of your life. If you're needing more relaxation time and water, the sound that comes through with listening to water, with being renewed in water in baths, in a body, a larger body of water, the wind element, you allowing to transition and let go of a lot of old beliefs or patterns, and you're wanting to sing more, or you're wanting to go outside if it's windy where you live. Or if you're needing to do more fire rituals or ceremonies, or just lighting a candle and looking at it and asking your inner fire that deep longing call. What am I here to tune into? Or stopping, allowing yourself to stop, to ground, to feel your feet on top of the earth, or lie down or sit down. So allowing yourself even more details of the qualities of what you're needing more of in this season. If you want to write it down, go ahead and pause if you'd like and write them down. In all areas of your life, notice how it's not just one area. Notice how it trickles in every single area of your life when you notice that you're needing more of that element. Notice what practices, what rituals and routines you feel inspired to start because of this visual that you can sense your body is really desiring. Notice what parts of the day you actually need to do those, or you feel called to do those rituals or routines. Is it when you're waking up and you're rising? That's like a spring season. That's the first part of our day. The second part, literally when the sun is at its highest, it's like our summer. Mid-afternoon is like our fall. And the closing of the day is like our winter. And yes, many of us have different types of inner rhythms, but within your rhythm, your cycles, where can you place those in? Obviously, you can weave them in and out as you feel inspired, but ask yourself if there's one season within your day in which you're wanting to have more of that. This full moon in Virgo, Virgo is the birther of the seasons. Virgo is the healer that knows that having sacred rituals and routines is in honor of your sacred spirituality, because the opposite is Pisces. So it is that dreamer, intuitive healer self, Pisces, but the opposite. How do you bring in those sacred messages from the divine, and how do you translate them? How do you transmute them? And then how do you emit them and actually do them into tasks and to-dos? Like, how do you make the moment of the magic through your art be manifested throughout your day, in your rituals and in your routines with reverence? Any ideas of perfectionism, or like a true, like almost like escaping into a fantasy world? Take a couple of deep breaths, love up that story of you transporting yourself into another galaxy and living there, and call back your power. This podcast, the Phoenix to Priestess podcast, is an invitation for us, for all of us, including myself, to constantly be in relationship with our power and know where our power is. Have we left our power somewhere else? Have we given it to somebody else? Have we forgotten that a beautiful energy that lives inside of ourselves is power? The choices we make, the thoughts that we have, the actions that we take, they all relate to how much power we are either allowing that power to regenerate and to just be an endless well, or to be leaked out from, or that we allow to be taken from. And so that is the priestess part. We have the possibilities. We have the possibility within us in each moment to make that choice. And if you could make a prayer, an intention for what that element wants to speak to you or say to you, like what is it that that element wants to give you in this season? What does it want to remind you of? What present does it want to bestow from within as a sacred remembrance? Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. If you'd like to pause again, journal or write down more, go ahead and do so. So I'm going to end with sacred alchemical affirmations to remind us of the sacred teachings of each zodiac sign in a very compact and clear and connected way. Because I'm not per se an astrologer, but what I can offer us is a deep relationship with the essence of the sacred teachings of astrology and of mysticism and how to bring that into our daily to-dos. So taking a deep breath, we begin with number one, which was Aries. Aries will be in this next coming weeks, the Aries season. But what I'm talking about when I call forth these numbers, these zodiac signs, we're actually going to be traveling backwards to last year. So from last Aries to then we're going to be moving month to month to then arrive now into the Pisces sea. um, Aries, number one, Aries. I was wanted and I needed to be here. I needed to be born. I needed to take the call that called me forth into this human divine realm. I was prayed for. I was wanted to by my ancestors. I feel that inner confidence in knowing that I am that I am. I am that I am looking for. Thank you. Thank you for calling me forth. Thank you for myself for answering that call. May I know that when I look inside of myself, I can find those answers that I have been looking for. They're wanting to burst through my cells like the bursting of the first buds in spring. I embrace all of the parts within myself that doubt. That doubt me not believing in myself fully. I offer up and release all of those feelings that I felt within myself when I saw others not honoring and reflecting back that full loving embrace for me being me. May I know that I am wanted and needed. Number 2, Taurus. I am wanted, I am needed, and I am worthy. Taurus, thank you, Taurus, for reminding us that our vessel, our human vessel, is a worthy vessel in material form and in objects in front of me. I love to see beauty. And that beauty begins by seeing the beauty that lives within me without having to do anything to earn that beauty, because I am an abundant being. Number 3, Gemini. My message needs to be heard, wants to be heard by others. The divine paradox of being human and divine, and allowing all sides of me to coexist, is beautiful. I ask myself, what sacred message yearned to be said last year? I know that it is never too late, and it is a message that will keep growing in size, and it'll keep understanding how to be shared with love and with respect and with kindness and with clarity and with fierceness without having to burn someone else down. Number 4, Cancer. I honor my physical body, my home, my vessel, the waters of feelings that live inside of my home, all of the feeling deep realm that is uniquely mine. I honor and I thank my home that houses me and my earth home that gifts to me daily. I honor and I thank my maternal line, my mother and my maternal line. I thank them for giving to me as they could and not as I desired, as in my own knowing I was wanted. Remember, number 1, Aries, I was wanted. I am wanted. We humans tend to forget our own sacred remembrance. And so let's be gentle with our mothers and our fathers and our grandmothers and all that they could not remember, all that they chose not to remember or could not remember. It does not matter. Cancer, the word, literally is now used in our collective as something that is not at ease. It's a disease. Something is not at ease within ourselves. So may we begin first and foremost with a deep honorance of all that our beautiful body has lived this last year. It has felt. May we free ourselves of guilt and of shame that has been passed down generation to generation. So we can liberate ourselves not only, but we could be that sacred mirror for those around us, including our mothers, our aunts, our ancestors. Even if they can see or if they cannot, they can receive from that we are wholly gifting to ourselves and to others. Number 5, Leo. I take a moment to literally turn on the dial of my light to the brightest to where I can not even open my eyes fully to see how bright my light truly is. And to know that no one can dim that light. I can choose to dim it. Or I can just turn off my light and go to another room. There's many choices, but in our essence, we know that our divine light is luminous. And it is light. It has this lightness to it that no one can bind it. And so we take a deep exhale in honorance of, in this last year, if there were any moments where we did not know how to turn that dial higher, inwardly first and foremost. May I take a moment to see myself as I saw myself as a child and to love myself fully for all of my quirkiness, all of my strength, all of my confidence, all of my power. Everything that is uniquely me. Number 7, Libra. I take a deep breath. May I commit to bringing harmony within myself. Number 7 is the inward journeyer of the divine that knows that it's an inward journey. So may I commit to bringing harmony within myself and thank myself for my relationship with myself. May I be grateful for all of those outside of my body that are sacred mirrors that lift up that mirror so I can see myself. And I can even see the parts of myself and my own shadows that I have not seen with love. And so thank you to all of those in our last year who have held that mirror to us. Thank them fully. Know that they are sacred gifts. It's as if you're looking at yourself in the mirror. So instead of shaming them and what they did or what they didn't do, let's say a sacred thank you for all that you're gifting me, so I can see myself and create even more ease and peace and passion and commitment and devotion to my own relationship with my own sacred self. Number 8, Scorpio. May I love all of my dark, deep, devouring parts that go so deep, and only I am willing to see and live in that realm within me. In order to see where to shine that light in our beautiful shadows, shining with so much love and allowing ourselves to be transformed over and over again. So to our Scorpio season last year, what wanted to die and be reborn? What parts within yourself in Scorpio season wanted to be regenerated, not just discarded and placed in a garbage can and never to be seen or given to somebody else or put in a plastic bag, but rather letting those teachings be taken in by the earth knowing that the earth is here to support us in that recycling, beautiful embrace. Number 9, Sagittarius. I thank my adventurous, lighthearted spirit nature that wants to feel the zest for being alive, that wants to feel the joy just for being joy, that wants to travel my internal realms and wants to travel externally, to be with others and in places or situations in which you feel alive. Number 9 in numerology is that number of completion. And so after we've gone through a whole journey, in order to be reborn, joy is at the core of what is going to be resaltado. It's going to be exalted. And so the more joy and gratitude that you feel at the end of a cycle, the more you know that a new season is coming. Number 10, when a new season happens, Capricorn literally gets the chance to erect a new sacred system. So may I erect sacred systems that want to be reborn and nurtured in and through myself and in all of my actions and the things that I want to create. And I want to water, because Capricorn, like the sacred masculine semen, it is like the masculine side. So I take a moment and I thank my paternal lineage. I thank my father, whether he was in your life or not, he brought you here. And so I acknowledge and I thank all within me that wants to be regenerated, that wants to be reborn and rebuilt. And I take a few deep breaths and I honor my willingness and my capability, just as Capricorn that is so determined and willing to climb the mountain. You're willing to do the work that it takes to build something anew. So take a moment to feel into Capricorn season. What were you wanting to build anew within yourself, within your life, in and for yourself and for others, in sacred service of your soul gifts. 11. After the rebuild, there is a time where that energy from the earth then travels literally into the skies, into the Aquarius realm, it's taken to the collective dream, and it's literally taken into all of the whispers and the songs of the dreamers that have come before us and the dreamers that will come after us, and that are here to dream a new collective dream, one that is more united, one that reminds us that we are already free, but is also in support of freedom for all. So may I take a moment and allow myself to travel, to see as far as I can see, to allow myself to even grow another skin in order to hold another dream, a bigger dream. Reminding your beautiful vessel of a body that it is capable of holding all dreams that your heart desires, even if they're not being erected or manifested in this very day. Allow your body to hold that dream. Number 12, Pisces. We hold that dream, that Aquarius dream, because our intuitive knowing, our intuitive Pisces knowing knows that at the core we are one with all. There is no separation. There is no beginning and end. That although our body does die, we become part of that carries on. And so may I carry that sacred, beautiful Pisces message, which we are still in this very week. In less than 2 weeks, it changes. But may I hold that message almost like in a bottle, because Pisces, well, you don't have to hold it in a bottle because Pisces is like no boundaries. So just let it be, and you be the sacred container of your beautiful message in a bottle of interconnectedness, of sacred wisdom, of knowing, and this is the weeks that we have been in, knowing that your sacred gifts have also been gifted to you from your ancestors. That there is at least one or more ancestors, and even if they're not from your own sacred family lineage, you have sacred beings that are here supporting you and or that have come before you to keep walking this path with you as soul shepherds. And so we close this alchemical affirmations of the zodiac. We close with the remembrance of knowing that we are being supported. That everything always is happening for the highest good of ourselves and of all around us and of all mankind, humankind, and for all beings in all the realms. May we know that we are not alone and that we are all in one. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed end of your astrological year season. Thank you, beautiful, beautiful being, for listening to this whole alchemical activation. If you had any insights or any inspirations, I'd love to hear them. And if you're wanting support, if you're wanting soul support and also life support in the daily season that you're living in, you're wanting healthier, more harmonizing, more beautiful sacred routines and rituals to support you in whatever transition you're living. I'd love to support you. Drop me a line so we can connect and we can chat. And you can decide if I am a right fit for you, and I can decide if you are a right fit in which I can support you. So I would love to support any sacred being who is ready for it. When you're ready for your transformation, when you know that there is nothing more, nothing more, when you know that the transformation is needed and it's coming, whether you like it or not, but you still say, like Aries, and Aries season is coming, I'll take the call, I'll take the leap, because life really only gets more beautiful and more worth living. Have a beautiful, sacred day, beautiful beings, beautiful muses. And take a moment, an invitation would be take a moment to thank anyone, including yourself, but to thank someone via text, via message, via phone call, via gifts that has actually supported you in this last year. Thank them. Thank them specifically in what area and what zodiac sign I mentioned they were actually supporting you in. They were sacred messengers sent to you that you said, yeah, I want to learn that lesson. I'm here to live that because I can. Bye, beautifuls. Have a beautiful one. Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful, blessed day.